In our world today, numbers are all around us, both large and very small. If we stop and take a look, though, we'll actually see different numbers serve different purposes. So today we're going to take a look at 5 different uses of large numbers in our world. The first purpose we're going to talk about is that numbers are used for counting or arranging groups of people or objects or other materials. So let's take a look here at the examples provided by our SRB. The first U.S. Census counted 3,929,326 people. Also, the population of Copper Canyon is 889. These are ways that numbers were used to organize and to keep record of groups of people. The second purpose of large numbers are used for measuring. So let's again look at the examples. Alice swam the length of the pool in 37.4 seconds, or 37 4/10 of a second. So this use of numbers was to measure the amount of time it took her to swim the length of the pool. Our second example says the package is 25 inches long and weighs 3¼ pounds. These numbers are used to measure the amount of time and the length and the weight of an object. The third way that we're going to discuss of how large numbers are used is to show where something is in a reference system. So when we talk about reference systems, we're talking about organized systems that we use in our world to tell time, to keep track of the date and the year, to keep geographical locations, and also to gauge temperatures. So let's take a look quickly at the purple table on the screen, and we're just going to see the first, or talk about the first 2 examples. So the situation is that a normal room temperature is 21 degrees Celsius. Well, here in the United States we use Fahrenheit, but this particular example talks about Celsius. So in order to know the temperature of a room, we need to use a temperature scale, and there is a temperature scale right here on the right of the screen with the red mercury shooting up to tell the temperature. Let's take a look at the second example. Jan was born on May 25th, 1998. Well, the reference system that we would refer to in order to figure that information out is a calendar. This might be a good time to pause the video and go ahead and read through the last 2 examples on the table. The fourth way that we use large numbers is to compare counts or measures. So let's take a look here at the examples. There were 3 times as many boys as girls at the game. So in this case, we needed to compare how many boys versus how many girls were at a particular game. The cat weighs half as much as the dog. Well, these numbers are used in order to compare weight between animals. The fifth way and final way that we're going to talk about the way that large numbers are used are for identification and as codes. Many of you will know that on maybe an older sibling or your teacher or your parent's driver's license, it has an identification number that is particular to one person. So this example talks about a driver's license number, and you can read that code that is actually combined with letters and numbers. Also, all of you are familiar with your zip code at your home mailing address. So there's an example where the zip code is 60637, and this helps to identify exactly what part of a particular city that you live in. And then, of course, your phone number or your parent's phone number, that number is identified to a particular phone, who it's assigned to a particular person. To find out some more information on the way that numbers are used, be sure to check out Student Reference Book page number 2, or feel free to stop this video and restart it as many times as you'd like before answering the questions on the form below.